Hello, everybody. This is Edward Eddie Paul Reyes with Jurex Bar Prep, and today we are going to talk about leaked essay questions that are supposed to be delivered to people before the exam. Has this happened before? Has the State Bar ever leaked the essay questions, at least the topic? The answer is yes, it happened in July 2019. And today we are going to talk about the aftermath. What aftermath? The risk one, believe me. And before we go on, I do want to say check out my latest course. It is called 5 Extra Points. It's a mini course, 22 minutes long, money back guaranteed. Okay, so let me give a quick background. See, I get excited. Okay, in July 2019, the State Bar accidentally leaked the essay topics. Okay, and then the California Supreme Court say, "Come here, State Bar, let me talk to you." That okay? In a way, the State Bar was reprimanded by the California Supreme Court. Now, what happened after the leaked questions was that the Supreme Court. I'll just refer to the state Supreme Court as the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court ordered an investigation, and today we're going to look at that, and we're going to see how the essay questions, how the essay topics are selected. Are you guys ready? Let's do this. So I do have my screen here, and if you want to look at this, the report of the investigation, I'm going to provide a link. So today I'm just going to focus on how the topics are selected, and I will tell you why. Because I run a Facebook group, and I do want you guys to share this as well with other groups, because I don't want there to be victims, and there are victims, and I know there are victims, and I'll tell you why. So here's what's going on here. Here's the scam here. So people will go, right? Bar candidates will go on these Facebook groups, and then there will be spam from people saying, "Hey, I just passed the exam after I failed twice, but Mr. Insert the name, Mr. Anderson or whatever." They use different names. "Help me pass," and with their help, I pass. So you contact them, and they will say, "Hey, look, here's how I passed. I have access to the leaked essay questions," and then they'll say they're on sale for $500. So send me $500, and I will send you the leaked questions. And do people purchase them? The answer is yes. How do we know that? Because they're spamming. I mean, they're just, if they weren't spamming, if they weren't taking the time to do all that work, they wouldn't do it. But it's like every day they post something. Hey, contact. People are buying. They're being victims, and I don't want you to be a victim. And so that's why we're gonna go through the actual process of how the essay topics and how the questions are developed. Here we go. So it says here, I'm gonna read this. Pre-examination handling of bar exam topics. Woohoo, that's what we're talking about. It says the State Bar treats information regarding upcoming bar exams as sensitive. Questions for each year's exam are developed starting the year before the examination takes place. The manager responsible for development of the questions is Lisa Cummings, the program manager, the third examination. So this is the row here. I'm not sure if Ms. Cummings is still in that row. So, okay, so we know that it's a year before the question selection takes place a year before. Okay, so Ms. Cummins, along with another staff member and 6 people who comprise the exam development grading team, the EDG team, develop the questions for each exam. Okay, through a process of nominating and culling subjects, weeding out, the EDG team selects proposed exam questions, which are kept on the State Bar's secure Z drive, not its V drive employees use for the daily work. So this secure Z drive seems to be top secret. So I want you to start thinking, right? How do these scammers, how do they get access? I mean, is it possible that maybe Ms. Cummings or somebody is from this team, EDG team, are leaking the questions? I mean, it's probable, but I don't think it's possible. I don't. How should I say? It's possible, but not probable. That's what I meant to say. I don't think so. I really don't suspect that they're right. And the reason why I say that is because these we'll just call them scammers. They don't actually have a product. All right. How do I know that? Because I had interaction with them. I actually called the number. Okay, and they called me back, and I picked up. Well, actually, my answering machine picked up, so they knew they were talking to a law office, and and I'm like, and then when they called again, I picked up, and there was no answer. I'm like, hello, and there was just no answer. So there's no product, you guys. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for these scammers. But anyway, we'll keep going through this process. It says here, hard copies of the bar exam questions are kept in a locked room at the state bar, which only Ms. Cummins or the program, or just call it the program manager, the third. We'll use that interchangeably. And two other staff members can access. One of the others with access is Ms. Doe. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. Program manager. So now we have a program manager, the third, and a program manager. Examination grading. So I guess that's her role. Program manager, examination grading, who reports to Ms. Cummins. Got it. So in late April or early May 19 of every year, the topics, but not the questions proposed by the EDG team, are provided to the Committee of Bar Examiners, the CBE, in advance of a meeting. Okay, this big time meeting, right? To select the bar exam questions. The CBE uses this information to assign persons to individual questions based on the topics. A week and a half before the question selection meeting. So this is going to be another big time meeting here, the question selection meeting. Each CBE member responsible for a topic is provided the proposed question on that topic, but not the other questions. Accordingly, at this point in the process, the State Bar has not provided anyone in the CBE with the full examination. Top notch, right? The question selection meeting, so there it goes, right again. This very secretive meeting committee here. The question selection meeting is a closed meeting at which the CBE members are provided the full exam. Okay, there you go. There are 5 essay questions, 1 practical test question, and 2 alternative essay questions, and 1 alternative practical test question. So by practical test, that sounds like they're referring to the performance test. The CBE members may approve the proposed questions or determine that they want different questions. So they have room to bargain there, to negotiate, right, what the questions look like. Ms. Cummins ensures that all of the binders or folders with questions in them are numbered and collected at the end of the meeting, with no one permitted to leave the room until all materials are collected. So there's a process there. CBE members are admonished to not discuss the questions via email or in documents, are required to sign a non-disclosure agreement, and are instructed to keep the material secure. So procedural safeguards. Ms. Cummins has never heard of any breach by the CBE. Okay. Approximately 49 days before the exam. There you go. All right, so think about it. The questions are loaded on the State Bar secure drive to which a printing contractor has access. 49 days before the exam, so before 2 months, the actual questions are produced. But for these scammers, what are they doing? They're going all year long. They're saying, hey, we have the leaked questions. But how can they have the leaked questions 3-4 months before when they haven't been developed yet? In the normal course, Ms. Cummins gives Ms. Doe, I'll just say Ms. Doe, the exam topics the month before the exam in hard copy only. So Ms. Doe can arrange for the exam graders. Got it. The topics are needed so appropriate graders can be invited and assigned to each question. There are approximately 90 graders for each exam. Ms. Cummins also instructs Ms. Doe to keep this hard copy list under lock and key. Accordingly, in the ordinary course, it appears that over 100 people outside of the State Bar permanent staff and the exam printers have knowledge of the exam topics before the exam, if not the actual questions. Confidentiality is preserved through guidance, non-disclosure agreements, and physical control of the documents. Within the State Bar, no more than 3 employees, not including staff, Assistant with state bar correspondence should have access to the topics. Confidentiality is preserved internally through guidance. Attempted sequestration of the electronic files on secure servers, and locking the paper files in a secure room. So you guys see the safeguards there. So what can you do to guard against what is that? Unscrupulous and immoral people there. They're trying to rip you off. Three suggestions that I have. Number one, check to see if it's a legitimate business. Check the California Secretary of State's business website. Just do a Google search, Secretary of State, California business name. The other thing is, do they have some kind of customer service department there to answer your questions? And my favorite one, do they have a money back guarantee policy? So check that. If they don't, if you start asking questions and then they don't want to answer your questions, then you know you're being ripped off. Okay, so I do provide this warning and these safeguards. Okay, with this said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Hope you enjoyed. Until soon, and I wish you all the best.